Hello everybody, what's going on? It's me, Games here back with another video. Today we're doing another tier list. Now, you guys, unless you watched my streams on Rocket League or maybe my Roadhog Xl series that I kind of stopped doing, because I haven't really done much on YouTube with Rocket League, you'll know that I play Rocket League. It's like one of the only games I do play anymore, so that's kind of what I stream on Twitch if you want to go check that out. Now, before we actually fully start this tier list, let me just put the... Hold on, let me change this and put... Okay. That's the shouldn't exist area. For cards that literally just shouldn't exist. Where'd you go? Come here. I'm looking through real quick. Looking through. Seeing which cards I don't understand. Why they're here. Okay, let me just rock through real quick. Now, I will say, whenever I start this, I don't know all these card names. I can probably name most of them, but I definitely won't know all of them. I can tell you some of these ones. That's the Sweet Tooth. That's a PlayStation only car. That's Batmobile. I think the 18 something. I can't remember which one. That's Vulcan. Can't remember that one. I think that's either Xbox or Nintendo, because these I think are Nintendo, so this might be Xbox. And this is the Mantis, and this is the Tigris. Now, this one right here, now that we're getting started, I think is Dom Toretto's vehicle. I can't remember what, I don't know what it's called in game. This is Dom Toretto's vehicle. You see in Fast and Furious all the time. Let me read just this so you can see them all. And I'm probably going to put this at B. Actually, I'll put it at C. Most of the cars that I haven't really used, I'll probably put at C. Because by the way it looks, I can definitely tell it has a Dominus hitbox, which isn't a bad hitbox if you've never played. So I forgot to put that in there. It's also an Xbox only vehicle. This one I'm going to put an F because it's not that I don't think it... I do think it makes sense, that kind of makes sense that it exists. And it's Batmobile, I think, 2016. Actually, I think the other one that we're going to come up on soon is 2016. I think this is like 1976 or something. I can't remember the car dates. So, it's not horrible. It also has Dominus hitbox. It's just very, very obnoxiously long. Skyline, I'm going to put in the 8s here. Dominus hitbox again. I'd say most cars in the game probably have a Dominus hitbox, which isn't bad. Dominus' hitbox is a cool way to have. Cool one to have. Skyline is probably one of the more used cars, and that's why it's probably really high. Let's see. Next we have Aftershock. This is one of the cars you kind of start to get. It has an Octane hitbox. Kind of shaped weirdly. Nobody really uses it. It's kind of a cool car to use sometimes, though, if you want to be creative. I'm gonna assume that. Okay, this would be the Animus Gp because this is the Ford. This is like the F1 racer type of car. So Animus Gp. I'm gonna probably put in the F because it's not that it definitely kind of makes sense that it exists, but it's just so slim that it's kind of hard to tell when you're gonna hit the ball. Cause like depending on what the car looks like, doesn't depend on the hitbox it has. Cause it has a Dominus hitbox, so this car has the same hitbox as this. I can't remember what this one's called. I think I have in game, but I can't remember what this one's called. If I remember, it has also one of these skinnier cars is gonna have a Dominus hitbox. So this one has Dominus hitbox. Gonna probably actually put that as a C because it is an alright car to play with. Doesn't really make sense all the time to use in game. And can't really be too creative with it, but it does look good. I forgot to put that one in there too, my bad. Next we have Backfire. No one uses it, not popular. The only time people kinda use it is if they're doing a challenge or something. It does make sense that it exists. I understand it, kind of Hot Wheels type of car. Now we're bringing up to Batmobile 2016. I would put this in F. The only reason I'm putting it in D is because you see a lot of freestyling in Rocket League. That's really the only reason I'm putting it in D is because of the freestyling that people use with it. I want to put it and shouldn't exist because I don't really like Fortnite anymore. But I'm gonna put it in D, not even F, for the fact that it's kind of just the fact that it's kind of a fun car to play with and just have fun to drive around in Rocket League in. Because it's like not bulky, kind of larger in height with most cars, but really short in length. Next, I think this is the Backfire XL. So, same thing with the Backfire. Don't you see less people probably use this than the actual Backfire. Breakout, I'm probably going to put this at B because it's one of the original cars that you get at the beginning of the game. But it's used so much for actual in-game things and also freestyling, which is a big part of Rocket League. Next, if I remember, this is the Incidio. Dominus hitbox. Probably going to put that as on a D, honestly. Don't really see it that much, not used much, not really in the Hotshot much, but it's not that rare. Can't remember this one's name. I'll probably put that in the S section. Actually, I'll put that in D, because it's the same as Centio. It's the same as that. Next, we have Cyclone. I'll put as a D, because it's the same as Centio. In a way, you don't really see it much, not in the Hotshot much. It's not really used for anything. Next, we have, I think it's called the Delorean game, but I'm not too sure. Which I'll put this as a D because I think they added because they had a collab with something. Just like that's also the reason they have the Battle Bus because they had a collab with Fortnite. Deluxe Oak, don't see in game. Only time you really see it is whenever it first came out. Can't remember, don't have any clue what this car is called. I'm gonna put it as a C though because I have seen people play with it. And you do see a good couple of people use it. I think it's been in the Am Shop a couple times, if I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Next, we have the Dominus, which is probably one of the. I'm gonna put that in A for the fact that this car is what the Dominus hitbox is based off of, and it's the one of the first cars you actually get in the game. And it's also the main car that people use for freestyling, I'd say. And its big brother, you could call it, would be the Dominus Gt. I'll put that as an A as well for the fact that it's literally like the same thing. The only difference is you'd probably see it less, I'd say. They had a collab with Ghostbusters, and that's where this vehicle right here comes along. I'm just gonna put this in this because I really don't understand it. Next we have Endo, which is kind of a premium car because if you're on PlayStation, you only get if you have PlayStation Live, or not PlayStation Plus, I should say. You can only get an Xbox if you have Xbox Live. You can only get if you have like a premium thing. I'm giving it an F because you don't see it. It's kind of more of a weirder type car. It's not used for anything. Don't see it like at all. Next we have Esper. I'll put this as an F because I feel like it makes sense for this game for it to exist with the type of game Rocket League is like. The only difference with this is kind of just the fact that God, I don't know how to explain this. Esper's just a weird car. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Give me a second real quick, guys. I'm looking through these cars real quick. Let me just. I'm gonna take some random cars and put them at S tier real quick. And they aren't gonna all be my S tier. Just one of them. Actually, maybe a couple. I'm saying which ones I would decide to have as an S tier car. I would maybe have, I should say. Okay, there. Let's get back to it. I think this one right here is the next version of Tigris GT or something. Which it makes sense in this game for it to be like original Tigris. I think for some reason they used the picture of the saffron version. It's more of a bulkier. I think it has Octane hitbox. This one does, the GT at least. Kind of makes sense to me in the game. Not really seen much. Never to the AM shop. Now we have a pack that you can get from Rocket League, which would be the F1 Racer, if I remember it is from. And it's kind of the same as the Animus. Only difference being... Wait, have I done the Animus already? I have, right? I've done the Animus, haven't I? Am I blind? Oh yeah, Animus is right here. It's kind of the same as Animus, I'll leave it at that. Don't know what this car is, and the reason I don't know this car is because I've never seen anyone play it. So I'll leave that at that. Gizmo, in my opinion, this is just a fun car to have, fun car to play with. I've played over 200 matches with that car, and I've never lost. It's kind of a bulkier car, though. Octane hitbox, so it's cool. Grog, people don't really like it. In my opinion, I don't either. You don't see it much unless you're doing like a challenge or something. Not really good to design with. Don't know what this one's called. Usually most of the ones I don't know, I'll just probably say the hitbox and how much it's used, and that's about it. This one has Dominus hitbox. Not really seen much. Never seen in the item shop. And that's that. Next we have the Dominus Gt. Gonna put, or not Dominus, Breakout GT. Gonna put that with the other Breakout. If you remember my reason for the Breakout, that's the same reason. Next we have the Harbinger. Harbinger I'll put at a solid D at least. Because I do see some people do it for mostly challenges, but people kind of use it because they decide to. Because it's an interesting, different type of vehicle. Hotshot, I'm putting at a solid F. Don't see it unless you're a new player of the game. No one really likes it. Dominus hitbox, if I remember. I think this one right here is a Mad Max vehicle. Don't know the name of it. Gotta put as a C because it's kind of like Dom Toretto's vehicle. Dominus hitbox. Not really seeing a whole lot. Let's see. Next we have the Imperator DT, if I remember that's the last letters. Dominus hitbox. I have it, so I kind of know it's not the best. Don't really see it much. It's a cool car to have and looks cool. By the way, these three are all the same car, just different like looks, I guess you could say. Different shapes. Well, they're different cars, just same pack. Okay. Next we have the Incidio. This one, Dominus hitbox. Kind of a small car, don't see it much. Not in the item shop. Actually, it's probably one of the more common ones you'd see in the item shop, if I'm being honest. Not one that people would usually buy. This next one is a Jaeger, which if I remember, came from a pack. It's the pack that it came in has been out multiple times. It's Dominus hitbox, not the best, not the worst. It's okay. Next we have the Scare. People love using the Scare for memes. If I remember, it has Octane hitbox. People like using it for challenges. It's a very enjoyable card to play with, so for that I'll put it as a C. I think this is the Roadhog. I'm not too sure, but I think that if it is the Road, oh no, it's not. It's not the, no, wait, hold on. Roadhog is clearly this. I was thinking of something hog, but that's not what this is. Don't know which one this is. Definitely can tell it's Dominus hitbox. Gonna leave it at that. Next we have Kit, which would actually be a part of the Knight Rider pack, if you know that. So, Dominus Hitbox, not seeing a whole lot. Not in the Upshot because it's a part of a pack. So, I'll put it as a D. Next we have the Komodo. It's a very lengthy car, Dominus Hitbox. Never really seen. So for that, I'll probably put it as a F, honestly. Next we have the Lambo, which comes in a pack. And Dominus Hitbox, gonna put it with an F. Actually, I'll put it with a D. Next we have the Marauder, one of the starter vehicles you get. Octane Hitbox, if I remember, I think. I'll put it with an F. Don't really see it much at all. Next one is the Masamune. I'm gonna put this in the F for the fact that you don't see it like ever. I think the only time I've ever seen it was whenever I played a silver game a long time ago. Don't know which car this is. Tell it has a Dominus Hitbox. Never seen it in game, so for that point it's F. Don't know what this is. Same as this one. So it's Dominus Hitbox. Never seen it in game. This is the Merc, more of a bulkier car. People like using it for challenges. Sometimes used for freestyling just for fun. Don't know which one this is. Putting it as F because I've never seen it in game. Just like these two. This is the one I was thinking about Hog. I really want to know which one this is. Is it like Warhog or something? Because I swear it has Hog in its name. It's kind of a more bulk. I can't say bulkier car. It's Octane Hitbox. It's pretty good to use. Never truly used it myself. Don't really see it in game though, so give it at least a. Where did I actually put it? I'll give it at least a D. I can't remember. I think this might be Cyclops. I can't fully remember. Let's see. I'll probably give this an F because it's not that good. Dominus Hitbox. Don't see it like ever. I'm gonna put this here because that's the main car that you use. That's the Octane. First car that most people use in the game. This is Octane ZRT. I'll put this here because it's kind of like the Octane, just a little bit bulkier. Don't see this much. Next would be the Paladin. Paladin is definitely a Dominus Hitbox. Don't really see it in game unless you're more of a new player, so we'll put that at the D level. Next, we have the Preserine TT. Most common was probably Titanium White. Don't really see it much in the game, so we'll put it at D. Next, we have Proteus. Proteus, I think, has Octane Hitbox. Not really seeing unless you're doing memes, so probably go in F. This one's Ripper, putting this in D for the fact it has Dominus Hitbox. Sometimes see it, I guess. Don't see an Item Shop. Next we have Roadhog, which I'm gonna put at D only for the fact that if I remember it has Octane Hitbox. See it sometimes more. You see it more if you're new. Next is Roadhog XL, same as regular Roadhog. Don't know which one this is. Can tell it has Dominus Hitbox. Never seen it in my life. Can't really judge that. Most of the cards that I've never seen in my life, I'm probably gonna put an F. This one, I swear I just did this. No, I didn't. Sorry, this is Samurai. This one I have. It's an okay vehicle. Dominus Hitbox. Don't really see it in game. I'll give it a D. Don't know which one this is. Never seen it in my life. Colors seem like no one would use it. This next one says it was kind of a heavier car, bulkier. So with that, I'm giving it an F. Takumi would be next. People like to use this game just for fun, if they want to chill out. Next would be Takumi RT, I think it is. Same as regular Takumi. Next would be Triton. Next would be Triton, that's what it is. I used to play this card when I was newer to the game. You only really see newer players use it unless somebody's trying to freestyle with it for some reason and have fun. So I'll give it a D. Never seen this one. Kato has Dominus Hitbox. Never seen it in my life. Actually, I think I've seen it once. Never seen it or something though. This is Twinser. I'm gonna put this at a B only for the fact I can't. It's like just like the Octanes. It's just a little bit different. You don't really see it as much. Next would be Tyranno, which is one of the newer vehicles that came in Season 3, I guess you could say. The newest Season 3. Actually, no, I think it was season 2, actually. I kind of see it as season 2, but that's about it, so I'd probably put this as a C at most. Next one is Venom. Don't really see unless you're trying to have fun. Next would be, I think this is Werewolf, which don't really see it by using because nobody really buys the pack, so that'd be F. Next would be Daredevil. I think this is, no, X-Devil. And then you move it. I'll move it to a D. Don't really see it unless you're a newer player. Nothing's really in the app shop. This is X-Devil XL, I think. Same as regular one. Zippy. Zippy, I can't really tell you much about it. If I remember, I think it's actually Octane Hitbox. Don't really see the game unless you're trying to have fun. This one, I think it's called Outlaw because it's one of the newer ones from Season 4. Newest Season 4, I should say. It's kind of newer ones. Never really played it because it was in the Battle Pass. So, definitely an Octane Hitbox, so I'll give it a D. So that's my tier list, but now we need to decide what my S tiers are going to be. It's definitely not going to be any of these. I already have those guys decided out. So we have Fennec, Jurassic Park vehicle, Dingo, 007 vehicle. Can't remember what pack these are from in Octane. Fennec, I'll say, is definitely still necessary because that's the one I'm using. It's not one you start out with, but it's probably one that most people use in general. That you see besides Octane. Octane is probably also staying in here. Jurassic Park, you probably mostly would see in freestyling, but you don't see him that much. So I'm probably gonna move that to an A. Dingo, you definitely see used by a couple of people. It's Octane Hitbox, people really enjoy it, so I'm probably gonna keep that there. Also, this is also my opinion, so these are my favorite and what I think of them as well. And I also used to main this car whenever I got it, so in my opinion, that's really good. 007 I also made because I thought it was really good, so that's staying. These two I've never really used, so I'm probably gonna put these in a B, honestly. So that'd be my tier list. By the way, all these cars that I covered, I think this is only about half the cars that are actually in the game right now. So, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Peace.